Major Blaine McGraw, an Army gynecologist who's now suspended from the Army and facing civil lawsuits that accuse him of secretly recording his patients during intimate exams. McGraw most recently worked as an OB-GYN at Carl R. Donnell Army Medical Center at Fort Hood in Killeen, Texas. Before that, he was at Tripler Army Medical Center in Honolulu, Hawaii. A military spouse identified only as Jane Doe has filed a lawsuit in Bell County, Texas. The lawsuit says he sent nurses out of the room, did invasive breast and pelvic exams that weren't medically necessary, and blurred every professional boundary. On October 14, 2025, during one exam, he allegedly faked a phone call, then slid his phone into his breast pocket with the camera facing outward and continued the pelvic and then breast exam, recording her entire body without her knowledge or consent. 3 days later, Army CID opened an investigation and McGraw was suspended from seeing patients that same day. During that investigation, CID agents told Jane Doe that McGraw had been secretly filming multiple female patients. The lawsuit and reporting said investigators found images and videos stored on multiple devices and that thousands of photos and videos were recovered over a period of years involving scores of women, including material going back to his time at Tripler in Hawaii. How many women are we talking about? One suit alone names 16 women. Another firm says at least 45 additional women have come forward, and reporting says more than 50 to 55 women have contacted investigators or lawyers so far. One of the most disturbing details, a husband in the exam room noticed it first. During his wife's gynecological exam, McGraw allegedly bent over and the husband saw the phone screen, realized his wife was being filmed, and they reported it immediately. The lawsuit calls him a predator in uniform and says the Army knew. It alleges that complaints about his behavior started back in 2019 at Tripler and that leadership laughed off or dismissed credible allegations, told one victim McGraw would just be spoken to, and kept him in practice anyway. The same spouse who exposed the filming who tried to go up the chain of command. According to the filing, he was refused meetings at every level. The lawsuit says this is part of a larger pattern of indifference toward Army wives, daughters, and female soldiers. As of now, McGraw has not been criminally charged. The Army says CID's criminal investigation is ongoing and he is presumed innocent unless proven guilty. His attorney says he is cooperating and claims some information being shared publicly is inaccurate or exaggerated. In response, Fort Hood says they've suspended him, notified roughly 1,400 of his patients, and opened multiple internal investigations into systems and policies. But many of the women say the Army's actual outreach and support has been minimal. If you were seen by Dr. Blaine McGraw, attorneys are telling former patients they can request their medical records, contact Army CID, and seek independent legal advice about their options. But for a lot of Army families, this happened inside a military hospital is a massive breach of trust.